Hi guys, so I'm going to be doing a bit of a setup and a flip through of my new bullet journal. I say new because I only planned October in it, as you can see. I'm still pretty near the beginning of it. So I'm going to do the setup first. I'm going to show you a bit of a time lapse. There were a couple of issues while filming it. My camera kept dying or the memory filled up. So there are a few gaps in the time lapse, which I'm very sorry about. But after the time lapse, I'm going to come back and do a flip through, and I'll kind of walk you through the bits that skipped and just show you the pages. So this is my title page. As you can probably tell, I was going for a bit of a Harry Potter theme this month. I thought kind of November seemed like a bit of an odd month to do Harry Potter. You know, it might be more suited to October. You could do Witches and Wizards, kind of Halloween thing, or maybe September for going back to school. But I'm reading the first Harry Potter book at the moment for a book club, so I'm kind of just in the mood for Harry Potter stuff, so I decided I'd do a bit of a theme. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing themes because this did take an awful lot of time to set up. But anyway, I'm going to show you all the pages now. So we start off with my title page. So we just have Hogwarts in the foreground, an owl carrying a Hogwarts letter. Not much to say about that. My monthly spread, I know the numbers might be a bit difficult to make out because they are in yellow, and I may end up going over them in a different colour, but I wanted to do yellow to stick with my Hufflepuff theme, because I am a Hufflepuff, so that's kind of the ongoing colour scheme throughout. So yeah, just pretty basic monthly spread. I do have weeklies and I work on daily as well, but I'm very visual, so I like to have an actual month, like a calendar month laid out. So that's just where I'm going to start. I've got some tick boxes down here. I don't know how clear they are, but that's just for my month to-do list. Next page, I'll deal with this one first. So I have my monthly trackers. I have my mood tracker. I have a box for the morning and the afternoon, and just gonna color one in the right color. These are just the general 6 things I tend to be tracking at the moment in terms of mood. And these two on the bottom, I've actually never seen anyone else do this. I'm sure there are people out there that do and I just haven't come across it, but these are my productivity trackers because I am in college at the moment. I'm doing a master's, so I kind of want to see how much time I'm spending on each subject. I have seen a study tracker done before that was in Caitlin's Corner. I'll put a link to that in the description actually. But she tracks how many hours she spends studying in a day. But I kind of wanted to see how much I'm studying in each subject as compared to how much time I'm wasting on YouTube, Netflix and Amazon Prime. So I wanted to put them right next to each other so I can see, you know, there might be a day when I'm spending about 4 hours on Netflix and only doing 2 hours of study, and obviously something needs to be done there. And we move on to my habit tracker. This one I know got cut off in the time lapse, and I'm really annoyed about that because I put a lot of effort into this page. So I was kind of trying to decide what I'd do for a habit tracker, trying to think of anything in the Harry Potter universe that's like tracking. And I figured, you know, the Marauders map tracks people, so may as well do that. So I just did the background with watercolour. I stuck this logo on. I managed to match the colours pretty well actually. And then I just have the quote in the corner, says I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. I just think this is actually a really creative page, but it did take an awful lot of time, so I don't think I'll be continuing doing pages this elaborate. With that said, my very basic weeklies. I changed my weeklies quite a lot this month. I'll briefly show you. These are my October ones. I didn't really use them much at all, and it's just a waste of space, I think. So these are kind of all I need to track in a month, you know, 1 or 2 events per day, my work hours, and then maybe a weekly to do, because I do also do dailies. I haven't planned any dailies because I do them as they come, but those are what my dailies tend to look like. So I've got a time tracker, events on the left there, so there's my time tracker, events, to-do list. So I do break things down into dailies, but I just like to have, you know, what needs to be done this week. So I just have a few of those. I'm going to see how this works. If this layout doesn't work, I'll try and change it up again next month. Moving on, I have my last weekly of the month and finances. So doing budgeting, I'm trying to do no spend on 3 different things this month. So no spend on clothes, crafts and travel. These are things that I found I was spending more money on last month than I should have. So I'm going to see if I can cut that back. I just did a little doodle in the bottom corner of Gringotts, just, you know, bring it back to banking. And this over here, actually, these are meant to be coins, and I am going to draw more of them in, hopefully. So this is going to be my savings tracker. So basically I'm going to give myself a weekly budget, and whatever I have left out of that at the end will go into a jar, and that will be my savings. And for each pound I will colour in one of these coins, and hopefully we'll end up with a nice mound of gold coins there. I haven't actually figured out what I'm going to do here. I think I need to figure out how much money to kind of allot for specific things, so I need to work on that. And next page, this was a tricky one to figure out how to link to Harry Potter, which is another reason why I think I mightn't be doing themes too much from here on, because I wanted to do a TV tracker because there's some things I'm watching that I'm not watching on Netflix or Amazon, so like they're not telling me what episodes I have seen. So I'm going to be tracking Lucifer. I just put in season 1, 2 and 3. I am on season 3, so I'll just mark off seasons 1 and 2 is completely done, and I've just started the new season of The Walking Dead. I was not going to write out the previous 7 seasons of that, but I'm just going to mark them off as I watch them. My little doodle down here is meant to be a flat screen TV, and it's meant to be the aftermath of a Quidditch game. So we got this guy in red here holding up a trophy. I did kind of go with red and green. I know it's kind of falling into the trap of Gryffindor versus Slytherin, but you know, it's also Ireland versus England, with the Six Nations coming up and all, and me obviously being an Irish supporter, but I'm living in England this year, so that's a little bit appropriate at the moment. And when we get into some Christmas spreads, I realise you can see this perfectly through the page, and it's so annoying. So you know the train is coming up. I got new markers today and new watercolour paints. The watercolours are not very good. They were really cheap, but they just don't work for bullet journaling, and the markers do go through the page, so I'll have to see about that. So my Christmas gift ideas is inspired by the Great Hall, so I have the candles hanging down from the roof, spelling out the title. I just did the big fireplace. I don't actually know how much this is featured in the films, but I know it's in the first movie, at Christmas. So I just did it. They don't have house stockings hung over it, but I decided to add them. So you got Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Slytherin and Ravenclaw. So I just hung them up there, and again, my Hufflepuff scarf in the bottom corner, bringing it back to Hufflepuff. And then the last page. This page I think needs some explaining because it doesn't have any titles or anything on it. So this obviously is the Hogwarts Express, and we have a broomstick down here, and this is going to be my travel details for going home for Christmas, because I have to get a train to Manchester Airport and then get a flight home. So I'm going to put my train details up here with the Hogwarts Express and my flight details down with the broomstick, and I'm putting this into November because I have already booked these, so I need to write them down like sooner rather than later, just so I have them. I know I'm very far in advance of that, but I know what time I got off work, so I thought get it booked before the prices get ridiculous. So that is it, pretty much. That's my full month. As I think after this I'm gonna go into dailies, and there will probably be another couple of pages I'll add in later as I think of them, but you know, I might do a flip through at the end of the month or as part of December setup, because December is going to be where I'll put in the majority of my Christmas spreads. I'm brainstorming a few ideas already because I cannot wait for Christmas, even though I work in retail, so work's going to be a nightmare for Christmas. I'm looking forward mostly to setting up my bullet journal for that. But that is it. So I realised there were a couple of bugs in this video because it is my first proper attempt at a bullet journal setup video, but I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll get some of those bugs worked out for the next time. I'll make sure my phone has enough memory, make sure it's charged, but yeah. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll come back and I'll see you again. Bye.